Hello, my name is Pramod and welcome to my second video blog. Have you learned swimming? I learned it when I was 15 years old. I had been to my uncle's place for my vacation. This was a summer vacation, and I saw that all the people in the village were swimming in my uncle's well. Literally everyone swims in summer. I went there and I saw all these people swimming there and I asked my uncle, "Uncle, I want to learn swimming." And he said, "All right, I'll teach you." He said, "Get into the water now. We will hold you and teach you what to do so that I can learn. I've taught many people in the same way. Get on with it." And I replied, "Getting into water now? No ways." Get me a tube. I'll wear a tube and I'll get into the water, make myself comfortable in water. Once I'm comfortable, I'll get on without the tube. Please get me a tube now. Michael was not quite convinced with my answer, but however, as I asked, he got me a tube. Next day, I got into the water with the tube. I was so happy. It was so exciting to be in water in a summer afternoon. And all the people there, apart from me, were very good swimmers. There was a pump set house right beside the big well where they were swimming, and these guys used to get on top of that pump set house and take a leap into the well. And I was just a silent spectator for them. But however, I wanted to do that as well. But I was scared. It was one long week spent in the water every day, but still I was on the tubes. Michael came to me and said, "You know what? If you want to learn swimming, you got to take out those tubes. Now it's high time to take out the tubes and learn swimming. Take them out." And I replied, "Uncle, no, I'm scared. I'll just practice like this for a couple of days and we'll see later. Leave me alone." Michael was quite disappointed and then he walked away from me. And after 5 minutes, he just came back and said, "Hey, you know what? There are a couple of bubbles coming out of your tube. Come up fast." I was scared and I came up. I took out the tube and gave it to him. Once he had the tube in his hand, he signaled someone there. He signaled to push me, and they pushed me into the well. I was in a little sudden shock. I was drowning. After a couple of seconds, I understood that it was a deliberate act from them. And then I remembered what exactly to do when I'm drowning. And I moved my hands and legs, and I came up. I managed to see the sun. And then pushed myself, moved my hands and legs again, and managed to reach one of the end of the well. And I came out of the well. And I walked up to my uncle and said, "Uncle, I want to do it again." That was so exciting. And people were very, very happy to, push me again. And they pushed me again. And this time I came out of the well much easily than the last time. And I did it multiple times. My next goal was to get on top of that pump set house and take a leap into the well. And I asked my uncle, "Uncle, can I do that?" He said, "Go on, it's all yours." So I went on top of that pump set house, standing there and looking at the well, which is quite deep. My heart was pumping high. My mind is excited, my hands and legs are shooting, my heart is telling you can do it and you have to do it. I take a couple of steps back and I start my run up. 1, 2, 3, and a leap. I was in the air for 5 seconds and that was so exciting. I had goosebumps and I was shouting. I landed into the water straight and going down with intensity. I reached the bottom of the well in no time and I catch some sand there and I come up and show everyone, "Hey, you know what? I reached the bottom of the water." And everyone there started clapping for me. My uncle was quite happy. And I came out of the well, went to my uncle and said, I did it. And he replied, you couldn't have done it with a tube. Whenever I remember this instance, this gives me a lot of learning. We actually tie a lot of tubes in our life. Whenever we take help from people or any other things, we actually depend on them. It's just like tying a tube and getting into water. The tube only helps you to float on the water. And if you really want to explore the length and breadth of the water you're swimming in, you got to take out the tube and dive in. Happy swimming.